Sharing from Leah Lamb on sacred storytelling. We slow the world down or we speed it up. And to open the heart, to touch, to weave a web, metaphor, symbol, archetype, forgiveness, connecting beyond beliefs and the magic of mysticism. We call forth with our true voice because words poke holes in the universe, and we speak and chant and sing ourselves into existence, understanding sovereignty as activated co-creator, painting vision of a future, recognizing our potency, transferring emotions that can be otherwise inaccessible, whether it's grief or joy, respect and reverence and communion without even using the world, initiation journey, timeless, transcendent. Some stories are verbatim, like Torah or other cultures, but most are growing and changing. We can rest in the shade and enjoy the fruits of our stories as we mature, as a doorway to perception opening into the peace and compassion and acceptance, non-confrontationally resolving conflict, and not to escape and enchant, but to wake up and invite someone into the sanctuary with privacy and sanctity of seeing the own self, how bold and really courageous we can be to listen first to what needs to be said. An operating system of values and perspective with our role and expectations, the norms, and in the collective story as well, the tribal and shared versus the personal story, the individual and the separate. The trust of someone holding up their mirror, safety in the field of being shared, to dare to see parts of me I may have been unable to, in this neural coupling, these new connections, gardening, which seeds grow into stories and which do not. Collaborating with creative divine life force of earth energy, it comes through as the medicine to unravel and reflect and explore that which needs to heal, unresolved and can't be made sense of yet, but in presence we're grounded and life is beautiful and I'm connected, and there's reason for hope. To know what I may not be ready for is to know without ego. Or even to know with the ego is to let the muse bring me to the mythic dimension where the ego can't block. It doesn't agree with me, or I don't like it or believe it, right? We can choose which dimension, the tree or the doorway, and with intention, whether it's for healing and understanding, and the landscape of like, how do we fit in to the bigger picture and ask the story itself to reveal itself, to let it unfold into grace. And think of what the right words are. We have to listen without looking for distortions or inaccuracies or, the room for responding. Not everyone knows what to do or say and may run away. We can ask for someone, what do you need? What can I do for you? Because we know no one can judge what it's like unless they go through it. And we don't want anyone in our own business wanting, sometimes we want to be alone. I want to be alone, wanting everyone else to be okay and not bother me. But being punished with silent treatment ruins trust, and wanting a quick fix because of the discomfort. Instead, we can kind of like ask for elaboration, ask for context. In recovery, recovery even of the right words, of the stories we tell ourselves, we can recognize there's a sunk cost. When we stick to our mistakes to qualify the investment and commitment, we don't recalibrate the course correcting we're supposed to be doing. We don't let go of the poison or the grieving. And when we use people, everyone's a mark. What can you give me? What can I use you for? Versus what can I give you, or how can I serve you? Sometimes saving face is to stay invisible when we're scared of the unknown. Because confidence is not self-confidence. External validation and reinforcement is confidence, and self-confidence happens through trial and error. It comes from inside and reflects our experiences. When we choose which thoughts about ourselves are true, because there's always going to be contradicting ones, like I love dancing, but I'm not good enough, The doubt is like external criticism or rejection. The self-doubt, through classification or ordering, owns limits as deficient outside by trying to control reality. And we have this auto thought chaser, the addiction to chaos and distraction and drama. We sacrifice peace for, excitement and attention. And then we can go through like, I hate. And this is a deep fear inventory of like, what do we hate or resent? So I wrote things. I hate being single because I have a deep fear I'm unlovable. I hate saying no because I have a deep fear that I'm not praiseworthy. I hate focusing on myself because I have a deep fear that I'm unprotected. I hate challenges because I have a deep fear I'm powerless. I hate letting things go because I have a deep fear I'm unsupported. I hate staying in a meditative state because I have a deep fear I'm intolerable and unenjoyable. What do I want in the world? This is like asking myself straight. Everyone's worth knowing, seeing, recognizing. More touch, empathetic benefit of the doubt, fresh starts, privilege of forgiveness, honoring subtlety and signals, showing up for release and surrendering to the process, laughing and touching and smiling, dancing and singing and cheering, choosing my own family and community and enjoying the real them without defensiveness or self-denial, not taking it so personally, letting others be in the process and learning from what they disclose is a priceless gift as I recognize that history is complicated and I can never adequately have someone else's perception of my challenges and sacrifices hit the spot. I can see my glory in the light and strength of my power of spirit that is good and does good as I continue to take time with myself. Because I believe things are getting better and I just have to access my God frequency to help me be like, people want to be like Gandhi, like Christ, but I want to be like myself, knowing I'm whole and no part of my reflection is stuck in an object or a mirror out there, that there's no answer outside of me. I don't need recognition, luxury, or praise. And in terms of Leah Lamb, about wisdom stories, she says intention can be like love, community, unity, family. Threshold is the harvested gems, the perspective that we don't need to be right. We can have a humble mind, pragmatism, clarity, expansive imagination, a wider perception, awareness. And like as a spider weaving through time and space, connecting the dots and true beginning, calling on the muse, the ego's having a day off. We don't need to know. It's revealed through us. The medicine is not the wisdom. So the inspiration is not unraveling. There's not a moment in time, a universal theme. Initiation's not in the wound, because it can take 6 to 12 months after we take our medicine to get the wisdom. The human experience is not personally planting seeds. It's like that some part is good. It's really where there's this path and we can't force it. It's that we're leading people through a crisis sometimes powerfully. There's no victim. Bad guys are masterful teachers, calling out our courage, strength, power in ways no one else could. Recasting ourselves, whether we're the fairy godmother, Yoda. I don't even exactly know much about Yoda. I didn't watch the movie, but the way she shared, I felt like I knew who Yoda is. And this could be like non-family inspiration. We can thank God anyway, say our prayers for being brought. What God got us through was unexpected, right? We don't know what or which parts of us will be left behind, but we release it. And what's truly supporting us may not be so obvious, but every story can have an end as a blessing. Like if blank happens, blanks, and if blank happens or blank ends and blank sets in or takes over, then may blank happen, giving and offering blank until you blank. Because listeners are co-creators. Like if you could say, if the date happens and love takes over, then may flourishing happen, giving rise to a sacred relationship until both become one, right? Anyway, and I made a spider. The man I love and who loves me, enjoy vulnerability without doubting the strength, safety of being told we're doing a good job, relaxed pelvic floors and tight cores. So cute. Divine pleasure is shared for expansion, commitment to synergizing for higher potential. Sense of order and agreement that creates trust. We believe in each other's cause. We honor each other's source connection and the desire to unite beyond our carnality. Hope that this was interesting. Have really interesting topics for the future. Be well. Good night.